Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the exciting second-year quarterback, Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens, as they take on Dwayne Haskins and the Washington Redskins. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm Brandon Godden. As always, by my side is Charles Davis. So the final tune-up for the regular season, and probably not going to really see much starter action out here in this one, are we?
You're right. Not much in the way of starters, key veterans, key backups, but the guys who have to make the team, struggling for those few spots that are open, we'll see them the entire time. But you and I both know this as well. There will be a surprise cut or two from guys who didn't actually play in this game tonight thinking that they were safe.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens, led by the leading rusher amongst quarterbacks in 2018. In his second season now, Lamar Jackson. Jackson on first down. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. And now a look at the Washington defense.
That corner is Josh Norman. I would think he'd want to quibble a little bit. Actually, you know Josh would have a full discussion with the metrics people who say that maybe he's not the elite lockdown corner he thinks he is. He would say, ask all the receivers in the NFC East. They would think differently because a day against Josh Norman is a very difficult day for any receiver.
Here's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well. But that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them. And we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Okay, I'm not so great at math. I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On second down, Ingram.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Jackson looking to throw on third. A dump off now to Hill. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
It's a first down following a gain of 3. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. On second down, it's Edwards. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. This a 33-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So it'll remain to be seen how many drives this unit gets in, this being the preseason. But here they start with 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll actually see them anymore. They got 3 points on the board, 1 drive here in preseason. In this game, baseball caps, NFL approved, of course, for everyone.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Redskins taking the field, led once again by a number 7. Of course, Joe Theismann's old number hadn't been used in 33 years, but Joe gave the okay to wear it to this man, their first-round pick, Dwayne Haskins. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From midfield now, Haskins. And he fires one incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And a quick look at Washington's offense.
The number 4 overall pick in the 2010 draft is left tackle Trent Williams. And oftentimes we talk about a guy of his potential and say just plug him in at left tackle for the next 10 years. But rarely does that work out. In this case, it's been spot on. A 7-time Pro Bowler. He patrols the blind side of all of his quarterbacks.
And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens' 41. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory though if they're stopped. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down. The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
Let's go to the middle of the Baltimore defense where Brandon Williams holds court. And we often talk about how difficult it is to stop a big-time runner. How about trying to stop a big-time guy in the middle who wreaks havoc both with pass rush and against the run? Brandon Williams went to his first Pro Bowl at the end of the 2000.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
Haskins on 1st down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins to Thompson on the screen. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. 3rd down. Here's Haskins.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was a nice score.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Jackson now. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. On third down, Jackson. And he's got Snead.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
First down, Baltimore.
Jackson and the offense come up first and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. To throw again is Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. These two teams all tied after 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On second down, it's Hill. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. A first throw for the backup Griffin. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And now it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Edwards. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
To throw is RG3. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Griffin. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Keenum and the Redskins now going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Love. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The first thrown out for the backup, Keenum. This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Brandon Carr on the coverage there. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And they'll bootleg it here with Keenum. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Single, single.
From the red zone now, Keenum. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Let's hope it's not anything that'll keep him out of the opener. We'll be right back. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. Here's Keenum to throw. And this is incomplete. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot. Because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Kelvin Harmon there to make the grab. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him with contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what'd you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here at the end of week,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We call it sack block.
and that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. And here come the Redskins now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Keep playing hard, stop all day. Woo!
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Keenan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Griffin. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. About set now for their next drive, Case Keenum and the Redskins. And what do you think's going through his head right now? Your team's winning, but you're not having your best game. It probably affects you even when your team is up.
You don't want anyone else to know it, but I think you're right. It bothers a quarterback because they always want to be the one to lead their team to victory with their play as well as their words. And in this case, he's got something he can fall back on. He's contributed, yet at the same time he's thrown an interception. Got to remember the bottom line, though. They're winning, so he knows if he plays better, they might be winning by more.
And it's only the 2nd quarter, so he's got some time. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Keenum. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 38-yard line.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Keenum throwing once more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On 2nd and 10, Keenum. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Keenum. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Taken in by Sprinkle, a little pitch and catch. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
It's 4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. The final shot before half for Keenum. And that is going to be incomplete. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. One more half of football to get through before we say goodbye to the 2019 preseason. All 32 teams in action tonight. Then everyone will be required to cut down to 53 by 4 Eastern on Saturday. And we get it all started 1 week from tonight. The Packers and Bears from Soldier Field. In our game, the starters are long gone, but still some intrigue to see guys trying to make a late roster push as we get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. This is Love. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 3.
Working from the gun, Keenum. And that will be incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run with Edwards, and he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit.
He's got the first down, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble, and the Redskins scoop it.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a run with Edwards. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Again, they run with Hill. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. From the gun on 3rd down. Griffin. This will be caught at about the 6. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Griffin. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. From a yard out. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
And the Ravens taking the field. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
After the interception, here's Griffin. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Edwards. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They come out here in the eye. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Griffin to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal. He may try and run for this. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. RG3 ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on the 4.
From the 27, Keenan got his man complete over the middle. It's Peterson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Kelvin Harmon, the man he was looking for. And now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 52 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, here's Keenan. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run with Thompson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Keenan. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. The football, it's loose. Into the Redskins, haven't they do?
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Throwing again on 2nd down. Keenum. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's good for the Washington Redskins.
Now a first down throw. Keenum. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, it's Keenum. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Patrick Owasor. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap for Keenum. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They run once more with Edwards. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Griffin. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He got 29 yards that time. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. This is Edwards. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. And an alley to run. Now look out. Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Every time, keep putting that ball on the ground. That's our ball.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Looking to throw again on second down. Keenum, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. From the gun on third down, Keenum. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? From midfield, here's Keenum. Throw left side complete. That's Love. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Keenum again. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here goes the high. Wait, 20. Here we go, G.
On second down now, it's Love. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. The Redskins on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Keenum. Open man is caught. He completes it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Keenum. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
To throw again on second down. Keenum dumps it off for Geis. Keenum on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Keenum going for it on fourth. That's to his running back, complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Back to throw, Keenum. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A loss of 2 there, second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. To throw is Keenum. Got an open man, it's Harmon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for first and 10. Again, they'll throw with Keenum. Over the middle, complete. That's Peterson. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Here's Keenum to throw. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now Keenum, that one a first down pickup of 8. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Jihad Ward, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now it's Keenum. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
53, Mike 53. It's a party now. It's a party now.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here.
19-yard line.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Washington, thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.